All right, guys. So I know that everybody has been waiting for this day for so long, and it's here. The 80-day obsession meal plan is out. So I know you guys probably have tons of questions, and you can definitely throw them in the chat while I'm talking, and I will go over them afterwards. And then if it's something that's like, that you want to talk about, you can, at the end, you can jump in too and just unmute yourself. But we'll go ahead and get started. So I know one of the first questions that I saw today before we even started this call was somebody saying, how do I find my nutrition plan? So I want to make sure that you guys are all just very clear on that. So let me share my screen just really quickly. All right, so when you come to Beachbody On Demand and you're on workout programs, you're going to see 80-day obsession right here. And so you can't really access this from your phone. I don't believe you can access the program materials from your phone. You can if you just sign into Beachbody On Demand, but you can't if you're on the app, right? Like if you're in like, what's it called?
You can access it. It pulls up as a PDF in your phone.
Okay, so workout programs, you guys, today I've had like a little bit of a hard time getting in here too, because I think that there's so many people probably trying it at once. But hold on, let me mute. You guys, if you don't have yourself muted, if you could just mute yourself, that'd be awesome. I went ahead and muted all participants, but sometimes when you jump in, it doesn't work. All right. So this is taking a hot minute. But basically, you come into workout programs, you're going to click on 80-day obsession. Under that, you're going to see something that says program materials, and that is where you're going to find your nutrition plan. So since this isn't working right now, we'll come back in a second and see if it's up. But like I said, it's been like wonky today, and I think it's just because it just was launched, so everybody's trying to access it. So essentially, here's what it looks like, all printed out. All right, so we're going to go over this. And basically, before we even get started, I kind of want to just run through a few things with you. So I'm going to mute my phone. All right, so just to let everybody know, I probably won't go over it on this call, but there is a vegan plan. So if you want to go into the program materials and look at that, it is slightly different, but it's pretty much the same thing. And I wanted to talk just to prepare you, because we have, now we have about a week until the program starts. I know a lot of you have started with a little obsessed, and you've gotten a glimpse into that, and you've been trying out those workouts. What to expect for this workout is that the program is obviously longer. The workouts are about 60 minutes. There's a couple of them that are around 45, but for the most part, it's about an hour-long workout. You guys have all gotten a chance to get used to like the bands and the sliders, which is awesome. I hope you've seen now that like you've been doing it for a little bit, they're not quite as frustrating as they were when you first started out. And it's so great that you guys got to do that, because if you jumped into day one of 80-day obsession with the bands rolling up and down, it was really frustrating. So that's a really great thing. The workouts for this program are going to be released a week at a time. So you'll see that when you go into 80-day obsession, it's just going to be 6 workouts, right? But then the next week it's going to refresh, and they're not going to take any workouts away. They'll still remain up forever once they're up, but they'll add the next 6 workouts and the next 6 workouts, and that's how they're going to release the program. And what's really cool about this is that everything was filmed live. So like when I went through the test group, every time they were live streaming, they live streamed the workout while they were recording it to have it later for all of you guys. So what's really neat is they can go through this thing called like periodization, and it's basically like for 1 week she's going to focus on workouts that are 15 by 2 reps. So what that means is you'll have all of your moves. You'll go through the entire set, like the entire program of moves on that particular workout. You'll do 15 reps of everything, and then you're going to go ahead and repeat, and you'll do all of the moves again, 15 reps a piece, and then you're done, right? So that's week 1. And then you're going to go into week 2, excuse me. And even though it's technically the same phase and the same workouts, they change because the rep scheme is going to change, and the way she sets it up is so that week 2 will be 3 sets, 10 reps. So you'll go through every single move with 10 reps for each move, and then you're going to repeat, and then you're going to repeat. So you repeat it twice after that, the full rounds. Then you're going to go into week 3, and she changes it up again. And what happens is it's the same 6 workouts that you've started with, but instead now you're going to have sets. So the sets are essentially 3 to 4 moves that you're going to do 3 times, and you're going to do 10 reps each. And then you'll move into the next, and you won't do those moves again the rest of the workout. And then the last and final week of the phase is when you're going to go into 2x15s again. But again, you are doing like a certain set of movements. So it's 3 to 4 exercises that you will do 15 reps of, and then you'll repeat those 3 to 4, then you drop them and you move on and you go to the next one. Now, why that's so important through this program, and then you move into phase 2 and there's 6 completely different new workouts, and then you'll go into phase 3 and there's 6 completely different workouts. And then you have something called peak week, which we can talk about later. But within that, what's really cool is because the way she did this, while she's doing it, she's able to say, okay, now you should, move up in your weights. Or like, we tried this last week, now you can do this. And so like the first week's kind of getting used to it. You're using a little bit of lighter weights. And then the second week, you know the moves, so you can go harder. There's not going to be as many pauses or breaks, and you're going to go heavier with your equipment. And then the third week, you're going to go even heavier with your equipment, and you're going to have even less breaks. And then you're going into your last week where it's more of like a shred. So let's see here. Sunday is your rest day, but she does put out one workout that is actually has 2 workouts, a stretch and a foam rolling workout. So you can add those on those times where you really need to do that stuff. All right. So that's pretty much what we have in terms of the workouts. And you work on booty, legs, arms, abs, and ass, total body core. You have cardio core. So those are all things that you guys have experienced in A Little Obsessed, but she also adds in cardio flow, which some of you were here on Saturday at Super Saturday and you experienced that. Phase 1 of that is it's something that builds upon itself. So for instance, she teaches you 2 moves and you do them one after the other, and then she's going to teach you a third move, and then so you go back to the top and you go the first 2 moves and you add the third, and then you go back to, she adds another one and you go 4 moves, and then you go 5 moves, and then you go 6 moves, and it's constant flow. And the first one that she does, there's some breaks and stuff in there so that she can show you the next move, but as you can tell, for the rest of the workout, it's the same moves, so she's not going to be giving you breaks anymore. And so you dive right in. It's tough. It's 4 reps for all of phase 1, and then you actually continue that particular workout through the entire program. But phase 2, you're going to start doing 6 reps, and phase 3, you're going to start doing 8 reps. And then I'm not even going to tell you what she does in peak week because it's rude. So that's that. Let's see what else. I just wanted to give you like a little bit of an understanding of like the workout so that you can really understand why it's important to fuel your body and the nutrition and that sort of thing. So these workouts are constantly changing. It's constantly taxing your body. They're longer workouts. Right now, if you guys are doing A Little Obsessed, it's a 30-minute workout. It's a lot different than an hour-long workout where you are lifting heavy, having minimal breaks, and really pushing yourself and changing up the way that you're doing things constantly. It focuses obviously on your butt and your core, your abs, but it works the entire body. So that's that. So we can talk about the eating plan. The reason this eating plan, again, if you guys are not muted, if you can mute yourself, that'd be awesome. So again, the eating plan, the reason this came about is because she was asked all the time, like, in 21 Day Fix, Autumn kind of gave us, who's done 21 Day Fix? Like, has anybody on here? Yeah. So in 21 Day Fix, she's just introducing people to the container systems. Here's how you guys figure out what portion control is, right? And then in 21 Day Fix Extreme, she started giving us carb depletion. So it was like in the quick fix that she has, that was like, here's what you do in a quickie, like you want to get really, quick results. Here's the quick fix, deplete your carbs. And then she also had carb cycling in there, which was if you were doing like the countdown to competition plan. But the question that she would always get all the time was, excuse me, should I eat before my workout? Should I eat this late at night? Should I have carbs at night? Should I eat fruit at night? What should I eat at what time? Like, what containers should I put together? Like, Those were all of the questions that she was constantly being asked by people. And so this is what she put together. And, it's timed nutrition for a reason, because really what they're doing is, what we're doing in this program is we're building muscle at the same time that we're shredding. And so your body is constantly in this state of like, it kind of ebbs and flows throughout the day, right? And throughout the day, you're either burning or burning and breaking down, or building. And so it's taking advantage of that by fueling it properly during those times. So that's why when I tell you, like, if you guys ask the question, and I keep getting like similar questions, but like if you get that question that's like, well, do I have to eat these containers together? Yes, you do. Do I have to eat them before I work out? Yes, you do. If you want this program to work for you the way that it was designed and the way that, like the results that you saw in that test group, then you have to follow it the way it was designed. And they're the experts, right? So looking at the way our body is going to ebb and flow and use these workouts, we want to make sure that we're fueling ourselves with the proper things at the proper time to really take advantage of that. It's literally taking all of the guesswork out of it for you. So without telling you, here's what to eat at this exact time, she's not going to tell you what to put in the containers. You guys can make that choice for yourself, but she's going to tell you what containers to eat. The other thing, we're introducing a refeed day. So a refeed day is a day, it doesn't happen until 6 weeks in, and I'm just going to go over it real quick right now, but we won't go into it in detail until like closer to 6 weeks in, and then I'll do a call like this and we can really dig into a refeed day and talk about that. But a refeed day comes in week 6. Anytime we have a refeed day, we're going to do it the day before leg day. That is very purposeful, you guys. Leg day is the hardest day. It's your biggest muscle groups. It's when you burn the most. It's, the time where like you're probably most sore afterwards for the longest period of time. And so anytime you're doing any sort of workout program for a specific period of time, and you're doing it in a weight loss area, you're going to feel depleted at some point. You're going to start seeing the effects of having, that sort of thing happening with your body. You might be tired or hungry, or have a harder time like recovering. Hold on one second. When you're in that weight loss zone, like your body can feel it, and your energy starts getting depleted, and your muscles start like not working quite as well. So this refeed day is put there to give you extra carbs at the right time to refeed your muscles with their glycogen stores. So you kind of get like a boost in energy and you can push harder, and it comes just at the right time. And then after 6 weeks, you do it every 2 weeks before leg day. What's also really cool is that, guys, it's not a cheat day, but it kind of gives you that little like thing that you need when you're 6 weeks into this program and you're like, wow, I've been following this to a T for a while and feeling a little bit like I could use a cheat. It's like, great, you can cheat. And I mean, it's not really a cheat, but it's like a very well constructed, perfectly planned. You're going to wake up the next morning and your abs are going to be tighter. You're going to be like, wait, I just ate cookies yesterday and juice. How am I like seeing my abs more defined right now? And it's because you gave your muscles like what they needed. And so your body performs. It's very scientific. And I say it's not a cheat day because it's very planned within like the percentage of carbs that it goes up and the percentage of fat that it goes down on those days. And then there is actually a supplemental list, if you look through your guide, that tells you what is okay to eat on those days. We call them the dirty yellows. It's like your white rice or your Rice Krispies or like cookies that are from Fixate and those sorts of things that aren't in your typical list for 80-day obsession. So yeah, we'll talk way more about that like as it happens. We can get into the nitty gritty. We can share like what we're going to be cooking and eating and doing all of that stuff. And so it's really fun and exciting to see people on like, refeed day, like chowing down their burger with like 2 white buns and like eating cookies and like drinking a glass of juice. It's like, whoo, best thing ever. All right. So now let's get nitty gritty. You guys, first of all, like you all made a decision to like really focus on your health right now. And so I think that's freaking awesome. So I congratulate you on that. Like I know when I made the decision to go into 80-day obsession, I knew, oh my God, it's going to be 90 days. And it was scary. But I can tell you that if you literally stick to this 2AT for the 90 days, you will be so grateful that you did. And if you do ever fall off by chance on like a certain, don't beat yourself up, but just get right back on and be honest with yourself and be honest with the group and use this group to help you move forward. Okay. So first things first, you guys are going to go, let me just go check and see if that's up yet. Cause if, I don't know why it won't do it. It's a good thing I printed it because clearly it's not going to let me do it on this right now. So go Joan for being prepared. All right. So it's not going to let me. So that's fine. I'll just do this. If you guys want to throw me on speaker view, you probably can get like a better option of seeing this. But anyway, so the first thing you're going to do is go to program materials under 80-day obsession, and you're going to find your starter guide there. You're going to find a little intro from Autumn. She's going to talk to you about the workouts, time nutrition, refeed days, just give you a brief overview of that, and self-care. And guys, so I'm going to focus on self-care for just a quick second here. Self-care means that you are taking care of yourself. Most of the work that happens on your body isn't happening while you're doing the workouts. It's happening while you're sleeping and resting. 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours of sleep is not enough. You need to actually be taking care of yourself and getting 8 hours of sleep. You can do things like take Epsom salt baths, foam roll, like I said, stretching. If you want, like, go spend the money on yourself and get a massage once a month. That is like, I can't tell you guys how helpful that was. I went and got 2 massages my first round of this, and literally like would foam roll the next day and be like, oh my God, like that really tight area that I had to focus on a lot last time isn't there anymore. And all of a sudden you can push a little harder on your workouts and you're not as sore and you have more energy. You have to take care of your body. If you're feeling tight and you feel like you've got knots in your forearms from carrying giant ass weights around, because guys, you're going to start lifting heavy, you know, you want to start taking care of that. You can foam roll that out, or ask a friend, or like go to the massage therapist, go see a PT specialist, go for like a nice easy walk, just to clear your mind and like move your body. Go to, I wouldn't go do anything like vinyasa, like a heated vinyasa or anything like that. That's too crazy for what we're doing. But stretching is great. You can meditate, make sure that you're doing personal development, those sorts of things, like listening to things that are positive and keeping, good care of your brain too while you're doing this. It's all going to really help you. And I know that you're probably sitting there, and especially people who are like parents and, whatever, and saying like, I don't have time to pamper myself. But you know what? You also don't have time to be injured, and you also don't have time to get sick. So something you want to be doing. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go there. You're going to see all that little stuff that she just had right there. All right, next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your before pictures and your measurements. You guys, we know this is not the most exciting thing to do. Nobody, when they're not happy with what they look like, wants to go and take pictures of themselves in a bikini. But I am telling you, do it. And for me, I've always taken my before pictures in like a sports bra and shorts. And Autumn said, no, I want you to get in a bathing suit. So we all went and got in our bikinis, because this program's about your ass. So you're going to want to see the results in your ass, and you're going to want to see the results in your stomach. So go ahead and do it. I know for a fact that taking the pictures and sharing them every week for myself, whether it be in the group or publicly, helped me stay more accountable. So I know that you may feel uncomfortable putting them out there publicly. You don't have to, but I encourage you to put them in our group. You guys, it's a safe space. We're all going through the same thing. So take your pictures and make sure that you have them. And if you really, really, really can't be convinced to share them with us, at least send them to your coach. Or, just so you have some sort of accountability, just that one person that you can send it to. You're going to take your measurements. It's going to show you right here where you're going to measure. And I want you to do this too. It's so important, because the times where the scale isn't moving, you guys, you want to make sure that you've had these in your images to look at. Those results are going to keep you motivated. So make sure that you've done that. All right. Now, let's talk calculation for your calorie targets. So all you're going to do for this, I have my phone right here. All you're going to do for this is you can see the calculations right here, and I'll list them out. You don't have to be looking at them to know what I'm talking about. All right, so basically you're going to take your current weight, whatever that might be, you're going to multiply it by 11, and that's your caloric baseline. From there, you're going to add that. What that is right there is like basically what your body needs to survive, okay? It's a rough estimate. Then you're going to add 600 calories to that. Those are your maintenance calories for this program. Then you are going to subtract 750 calories. That's a deficit. It's an average of calories that will be burned during this program. Now, for those of you who are wearing like heart rate monitors and calorie counters and all of that stuff, keep in mind that with heavy lifting, it is not going to talk about the afterburn effect of what is happening with your muscles after this program. When you are lifting heavy weights, your body continues to burn calories for 72 hours. So it's not just the benefit of that hour workout. It is 72 hours after that that you are still feeling the effects of that workout. So you have to keep that in mind. The other thing is, you want to just know where you want to be. So whether you want to lose 3 pounds, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, if you want to lose any weight, you are going to calculate the weight loss calculation, okay? Then once you've hit that weight, right? So if you weigh yourself and you're like, I'm at my weight that I want to be, you can move up to the maintenance, calculator if you've hit that. If not, just keep going, and then you're going to recalculate your calories at the end of each phase anyways, okay? Don't be surprised in phase 2 and 3 when you recalculate your calories if you move up a bracket, not down. It's actually a good thing, and it's because you need to fuel your body, and it's because you have put more muscle on your body, and you're going to start seeing results faster, okay? So let me just tell you, like, I started out when I started this in plan B, and then 3.5 weeks in, I said, Autumn, my scale stopped moving. What does that mean? Should I it hasn't moved in like 2 weeks. It moved the first week. It hasn't moved in 2 weeks. Now we're ending like week 4, we're close to the end of week 4. Like, what should I do? And she goes, I want you to move up to plan C. So that was immediately her response. It wasn't like, oh, cut calories. She goes, I want you to move up to plan C. So keep that in mind, and don't be afraid of eating more than you typically have. If you've been in 21 Day Fix, chances are you probably were in plan A. And I feel like almost everybody gets put in that. And, so if you're in plan B for this, great. Go in plan B, okay? Trust the process, trust the calculation, and then move up or not move up, but then recalculate after phase 1 and see where you are there, okay? And you can constantly be in conversation about this in the group and with your coach and get some feedback and direction there if you are second guessing something. But I'm telling you, it was created by the experts, so just follow the plan. If you don't have anything to lose, say you are exactly where you want to be, you don't need to lose any weight, but you just want to see shifts, you want to see your butt get rounder and lift, you want to be more toned, you want to shred, that sort of thing, then you're just going to start with the maintenance calculation, which means after you add the 600, you just don't do anything after that. Everybody clear on that? Cool. All right. So once you do your calculation, you're going to find your bracket. And that's like the next thing. You just scroll right down on that PDF and it's going to show you this. And so you're going to figure out, am I plan A? Am I plan B? Am I plan C? So when I do my calculations currently, I'm in plan B. But I've gone through the program once already, and I've already talked to Autumn about this, and she wants me to stay in plan C because I've built enough muscle and stuff like that to continue to do so and still see results. But for you guys, I really want you to stick with the plan to a T unless like a coach tells you something differently based on something else. All right. So then once you know what your plan is, you can literally go over, you guys, there's a list right in there, of different like brackets. Like it's the plan A, plan B, plan C, etc. Like go find yours. And in that, that's where you're going to have like your workout eating blocks and all of that stuff. Let's see. All right. You already know. I already told you about that. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm in plan C. So let's just see. Here you go. Here's plan C. Got it in front of me. You are going to want to take a picture of your workout block and have it on your phone or save it somewhere where it's really handy for you. Maybe print it out and put it on your fridge, because you're going to, in the beginning, you're going to be looking at it all the time. Oh wait, what meal am I on? What containers are in that? So just make sure that you have it there and really easily accessible for yourself. First thing your plan is going to do is it's going to go over the different colors of containers, and it's going to tell you how many of each container you get in that particular plan. It's also going to go over your Time Nutrition meal plan. So this is the thing that I'm saying, like take a screenshot of your Time Nutrition meal plan, all right? So, excuse me, got papers everywhere here. All right, so you wanna make sure that no matter when you work out, that you eat your workout block exactly as it's lined out. So if the time of your workout is going to change during the day, your workout block moves right with it, okay? That thing never, ever, ever, ever moves. You always want to eat your pre-workout meal 60 to 90 minutes before you do your workout. You want to drink your Energize 20 to 30 minutes before your workout. The reason we want to do that, guys, is because it takes a second to kick in, and you don't want to like start your workout and be like, oh my God, I'm dying. And then all of a sudden it like kicks in when you're done, right? So you want to make sure that you drink it 20 to 30 minutes before so you can get max benefit of it. You can drink Hydrate while you're working out. You guys, that's going to really replace the electrolytes that you're losing. It's going to make you feel like your workout's a little bit easier as well. Water is super duper important on this, you guys. You want to make sure that you are drinking at least half your ounces in water a day, if not more. So if you were 200 pounds, that means 100 ounces, right? You want to make sure that you are staying hydrated because that feeds your body. It's going to help your muscles heal. And so you want to make sure you're doing that. Then I know that this workout guide tells you to do your recover 30 minutes after you work out. And I'm telling you, I want you to do it 10 minutes after your workout. No longer than 10 minutes. The sooner that you get that in your body, the sooner it's going to start doing what it's supposed to be doing and refeeding those muscles and getting them going. So the sooner you can, like some people are like, oh my God, I just worked out and now I feel like I'm going to die, right? So like they have to take a second or they barf. So that's why she says within at least 30 minutes. But the sooner you can get it in, the better. The sooner you can get in, the better. And you're going to eat a piece of fruit with that. Some of the plans are, you know, if you're in a higher bracket, you might be eating 2 pieces of fruit with that. But check your bracket and see what that is. Then within an hour to 2 hours after your workout, you're going to have your post-workout meal. So, you know, Autumn too, during the test group said to us, she'd rather it be an hour from when you drink your recover. So an hour to 2 hours, but no more than 2 hours. Drink or eat your post-workout meal. All right, then you'll see that there's 3 other meal options. Basically, we're eating 5 days, 5 meals a day, guys. The other 3 meal options, meal option 1, meal option 2, meal option 3, you can put wherever you want. All right, wherever you want, and you can mix them up. Like you don't have to go, oh, I have to eat meal option 1 first, meal option 2 second, and meal option 3 third. You could wake up and you can have meal option 2, and then say, oh, now I'm going to do my pre-workout meal and my workout, and then I'm going to do my post-workout meal, and now I'm going to have meal option 3, and I'm going to end my night with meal option 1. You can do it like that way. Also, I know we've talked about it with A Little Obsessed. Same rings true of 80-Day Obsession. If you're working out super duper early and you want to eat something that's a little bit smaller than the pre-workout meal, you can switch that out for meal option 1. That is the only time you can do it, and the only one that you can do it with is if you are working out ridiculously early, you can switch it. Other than that, I want you to follow this to a T. Also, you want to make sure, excuse me, that you eat 30 minutes after you wake up. No longer than that. This isn't like wait till noon and then eat my pre-workout and then like do my workout. This is you woke up, you need to eat within 30 minutes of waking up. Okay? Everybody clear on that and like what you can do. Okay. Also, I said you can move meal option 1 and meal option 2 and meal option 3 like wherever you want them throughout your day afterwards. They don't have to go in order, but you cannot change the containers that go in those meals. So you can't be like, oh, meal option 2 is a green, a purple, a red, a yellow, a blue, and a teaspoon, but I really want an orange right now too. So I'm going to add the orange there and then I just won't eat my orange in meal option 3. No, that's not how it works. Like I said, your body's ebbing and flowing. There's a very key, precise reason in the science behind these containers being the way that they're lined up. Also, I've had a few people ask me, like, what about eating fruit towards nighttime? Like, if I did meal option 2 and it was like towards the evening, like, shouldn't I be eating my carbs earlier in the day? Like, blah, 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 blah. Nope. doesn't matter. You guys, the way that this is put together, the meals, the way that they're spread out, the meals, the way that they are in conjunction with the actual containers, you're not eating so many carbs during one sitting anyways, and your body is using this as fuel because it's timed and because you're doing them in the correct macros together, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. So if somebody works out at, say, 8 o'clock at night, and then you have your post-workout shake at 9, yes, you still need to eat your post-workout meal, and it's going to be at 10 p.m. Okay? That's how the program works. All right. And never go longer than like 2 to 3 hours without a meal, you guys. That's part of the program. And so you have to be prepared for that. So let's say, like, life happens, right? Like, let's say you're leaving your house and you think you're only going to be gone for like 30 minutes, but then you're gone and like somebody says, oh, can you run this errand for me? And then like your car breaks down, or you get a flat tire, or like, oh, I should really run over and do this right now, or just something comes up, or life happens, or things take longer, or whatever. You don't want to be stuck without food. So even if you don't think you're going to be longer than 2 hours, bring something with you so that you aren't 2 to 3 hours without food. If you go longer than 3 hours without food, it's going to start eating your muscles. That's what happens. You're going to go into muscle depletion, and that is going to be counterintuitive to what you're doing here. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism is, the more fat you're going to burn, the more you're going to shred, the more you're going to tone. You can go down in your, I can take questions at the end, Bridget. I saw that you wanted one. You can type it in the thing and I'll answer it afterwards. Your Time Nutrition meal plan example, you can go in there, you can scroll down and it's going to give you examples like that too. Okay. So it'll just tell you like, pre-workout meal could be baby spinach, eggs, oatmeal, and some olive oil, or you could throw some peanut butter in your oatmeal instead. You could, and then your energize, your hydrate, your recover with a half a banana, right? That's actually, I did that a lot because I like my recover by itself because I think the chocolate's so good. I don't like to mix anything with it, so I would just have a half banana because it's so easy to eat really quickly. Post-workout meal, squash steamed with chicken breast, pasta, whole grain, like all that sort of thing, and olive oil. Meal option 1, baby spinach, blueberry Shakeology, unsweetened almond milk. That's another thing, you guys. If you are using anything aside from water as a base in your Shakeology, you need to count it. Okay. So if you have a meal, like meal option 1, for instance, doesn't have a yellow container in it. So you can't go and use like 1% milk in that. Right? Like, because 1% milk, a cup of that is like a yellow in a teaspoon. Can't do it. So, but you could do a cup of almond milk because that just counts as a teaspoon. So make sure that you're counting that in there too. What you put in your mouth counts. All right. So, and then if you're doing recharge, you just do that 30 minutes before you go to sleep. It's going to help you sleep. It's going to recover your muscles while you're sleeping. It's a slow release protein. Also, within your meal plan, it's going to give you an example of what your meal plan looks like on days that you don't work out. So on your Sundays, you don't have a workout block. You can move those meal options wherever you want that day. If you want meal option 5 as meal number 1, that's fine. Like, you can move them anywhere you want. You're just going to eat 2 to 3 hours apart all day long. And of course, you don't get your supplements, your energize, your hydrate, your recover, your recharge, those sorts of things because you didn't work out. Let's see. All right. Not going into modified meal plan right now I'm not going into peak week or refeed. We can talk about those later. There is a cute little menu planner in there. You guys, if you're a pen and paper type of person, make your life easy and you can use this and you can just plan out your day. There's also, if you scroll down into your meal plan, there's different options here. It's showing you examples of like, okay, in this one, this is a morning workout block. This is somebody who's working out at 7:30. So it's going to give you an example of the meal plan around that. This one down here is somebody who works out at 1:30. It's going to show you what that would be. So it's giving you an example of how you move your workout plan, your workout block around your workout, your meal plan. I mean, your meal plan around your workouts. Over here, it's like a 6 to 7 one. So those are just different things that you can do and look at. There's also a Time Nutrition plan at the very bottom that does not include the performance line. It does tweak things slightly. And so you have to go and take a peek at that if you are doing that. What else did I say? What else did I want to hit before I open it up to questions? I think that's all that I wanted to cover. I can definitely open it up to questions now. I know that there were some in the chat, so let me go check there. Is there an app besides the 21 Day Fix app to track your food? At this moment, I don't think so. What I did is I just literally like, you know, it's different because you don't really need to track your food, because when you're on 21 Day Fix, you're randomly coupling your containers together, right? Like how many people at the end of the day on 21 Day Fix is like, oh great, now I've got this random orange, purple, and green. Like what am I doing with this, right? Like with this program, you don't get that because it's telling you exactly what to eat. So you're not really tracking your containers, you're tracking your meals, right? Because you know, oh, I did meal 1, check it off. I did meal 2, check it off. You really don't even need to count or think about it because around your workout plan, you're eating the same thing for the workout all the time. Like not the same thing, but the same containers. So I know I ate before my workout. I know I did my supplements. I know I ate after my workout. That's taken care of. So it's really just the 3 other meals that you need to track during the day. So it's different than having to track actual containers, if that makes sense. Also, no booze. I mean, if you look at the eating plan, it doesn't include booze on it. It doesn't give you the option of swap out a yellow for this because this isn't that kind of plan. Booze does nothing to help you build muscle. It does nothing for your body. It actually, it deplete, like it does nothing to help you. It's going to kill your energy. It's going to zap your focus. It's going to put sugar into your body. Part of those refeed days is to refeed those glycogen stores for you. So if you're going off plan and you're eating sugar and doing those sorts of things, it's not going to have the same effect that it would if you followed the plan to a T. I will also just challenge you guys to literally not take a sip of alcohol for 90 days because I can tell you, I thought that was going to be a struggle with everything that I had going on, and it was one of the best things that I've done. It gave me an entirely new relationship with food, an entirely new relationship with alcohol, with knowing that I was like way overdoing it and thinking I was doing 80-20, but really I was like, oh, it's a Monday, I'm going to have a glass of wine during the team call. Oh, it's a Wednesday, it's, end of the week for Beachbody. Oh, it's, Thursday, I've had a long week. Oh, it's Friday, I'm going out with friends. Oh, it's Saturday, it's date night. Oh, it's Sunday, it's brunch. And then all of a sudden, you're drinking 6 days a week and, it's destroying your results. And so I would suggest not doing it and getting a new relationship with it and seeing that, wow, when I fuel my body right, when I'm doing these things to pamper myself and really take care of myself through Epsom salt baths or walking or stretching or foam rolling or having a good conversation with a friend or getting a meditation in or going and getting a massage or reading personal development or doing my workouts, all of a sudden the stress and the things that would cause you to drink aren't really there anyways. And you find that, you still are having fun when you're out with people and the next day you feel like crap.
Alcohol. We'll just get on.
If you are not muted, could you please mute yourself? Thank you. So, all right, what else? What is the heaviest weight you used? I guess is what you're saying, not listed. So guys, this is a question I get all the time, and it really does depend on like what you've been using in the past and what you've been doing. I'm really strong. But I will tell you, you guys are all probably way stronger than you think, especially ladies with your lower body. Your muscles are big. Your leg muscles are extremely strong. You use them every single day. I would say for lower body, you're going to want 15s, 20s, 25s. As you get more into the program, like into phase 2 and phase 3, you might want to go invest in like a bigger weight that you can hold one of at a time, like a 50 or 60 for like sumos and things like that. Let's see, upper body. I mean, you probably want to start, if you literally have never lifted a weight in your life and you are, pretty weak in your upper body, maybe 5s. But I would say the lowest I ever went was 8s. And those are for moves that are more like, oh, I'm lifting to my shoulders, both arms out like this at once, like straight armed like this. Or when you're bent over and you're doing like a fly, like those muscles are a little bit like weaker. So 8s there. I would say 10s, 15s. I mean, for my upper body now, I can do like 20s, 25s as well. So you'll get stronger. You'll be shocked at how fast you actually build strength. All right, whatever. What was your fave dirty yellow? I love the chocolate peanut butter balls that are on Fixate. They're ridiculous. But Autumn also ate donut holes because they made that recipe while we were there. So those are going up on Fixate soon too. And she told me they were like ridiculous. There are, what's the other one? There's the oatmeal whoopie pies. Those are pretty damn good. Those are on Fixate as well. I actually really, I don't know, it sounds weird, but I really liked Rice Krispies. Like, I would do a cup of Rice Krispies with a cup of almond milk, so that counts as like a yellow in a teaspoon. And then I would throw like half a banana on there, that's a purple. And like, it was like the best thing ever. I was like, oh my God, I'm eating cereal. Purples, like I definitely did a cup of juice. I was like, I mixed it with seltzer water and it was like, woohoo, look at this. I haven't had juice in years. So that was like a big one for me. A lot of people were obsessed with the one meal where like we had like, well, it depends on your thing, but if you have two yellows at once, just grabbing two white buns and having a burger, like so good, like ketchup and mustard and all that. When should we be wrapping up our last meal? I think I answered that, Christy. It doesn't really matter as long as it's within your workout block, and you've eaten every 2 to 3 hours. Glad you're clarifying this because there's all the containers in whenever. Nope, you have to eat them in the construction that they are. Can you have Shakeology for your pre and post workout meal a few times a week? No, you can't. She doesn't want you eating Shakeology more than once a day. So just once. And for me, meal option 1 works best with Shakeology because there's no yellow involved in that one. It's really easy to throw like spinach, a teaspoon of coconut oil, and some frozen cherries or berries or banana or whatever in there and blend it up and have like one easy, simple, super duper simple meal for your day, especially when you're eating, that often and timing out your nutrition. But Shakeology only once a day, guys. I'm getting up at 3:30 a.m. There's no way I can eat before my workout. What do I do? Well, you've got to eat before your workout. That's the plan. So if you're not eating before your workout, that's not the plan. And there's meal option 1 that you can switch out, which is a little less. So you could do what I just said, that shake that I just said, 8 ounces of water, cup of spinach, some berries, your Shakeology, blend it, chug it, and you're ready. And she also said, if you're going to do meal option 1, you don't have to wait the hour before you work out. So you can do it and then work out within like 15 minutes or so. How should you calculate for a nursing mama? So you're going to add 500 calories to your plan. And I do believe it says it right in the nutrition plan, but yeah, you're going to add 500 calories. So it might move you up a bracket, but that's okay. Definitely drinking until summer. I've been lifted. My challenge is going to be a winter hike, January 25th to the 31st with no internet. Christine, if you're going to be out and about, well, you can bring your bands and your sliders. That's pretty easy to bring with you. I don't know about weights, but you can also print out the worksheets. There's the actual worksheets for the workouts in the program materials. There were people who didn't have internet during the test group because they were in the hurricanes down in Puerto Rico and in Florida. And so they were able to do it just by following along with the worksheet. All right. Anyone else have questions? No more questions? Everything answered? Okay. So there's a plan if you aren't doing the performance line. There is a plan, yes. It's slightly tweaked from this plan, so you're going to want to go look at it, but it's just a brief one right at the bottom. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Okay, I hope that clarified things, guys. I actually did record this, so I'll go ahead and I will upload it to YouTube, and then I'll post the link in the group so you can rewatch it. You can ask questions under it, all that sort of thing, but I hope it was helpful. Those of you that are coaches, I'll see you on the team call in a little bit. Dominique's going to crush it. All right, guys, bye-bye.